All right, boom. So this is gonna be my first recording on OBS. I did make my recording in the morning here. It's currently 9:21, so market's gonna be opening here soon. I made a recording. I started about a little after 9. Talking about my just kind of what I'm looking at coming into the day. I don't know if I'll be able to resume it, so I'm just gonna go over it one more time real quickly. So looking on the day here, coming straight in, the first thing I saw was this low gets taken on ES. NQ does not take it, so we have a nice SMT that gets put in. If we look on this 4 hour here as well, we have this gap that is holding on NQ. You can see us fail to get through it, fail to get through it. SMT gets put in it, now we're seeing higher. 4 hour yet did not put in a change in the state. We have 37 minutes till that candle closes. So I don't really care about what that's giving me, but on the 1 hour, what we do see here is a change in the state. So you can see that leg that took sell side, the series of down closing candles gets closed above, as well as this inverse gets ran to the upside clear and efficiently. So now we put in that change, we get this inverse, we open up two gaps on the way up. We have equal highs now that we put in. So we have this unfilled 1 hour gap, buy side up here, right? And then we have equal highs resting right here. Equal highs now is what I would want to see become the draw, because this is also data highs. So we had news come out at 8:30, just two red folders. On ES, we do not have equal highs, but obviously this high is this high on ES. So ideally, what I want to see, not ideally, but just my areas of interest that I marked out is these two 1 hour gaps that we have opened up and just sell side. So we have this change in the state. We'll see if we want to get down to here. We'll see if we want to get down to here. See if we want to tap the change. Just what do we react off of? Do we get down here at all? Do we just run, take equal highs? Do we fill this 1 hour gap, right? I don't know what we want to do, but I'm just gonna react with what I'm given. That's the most important thing. I'm not looking to inflict my opinion on the markets. I'm not looking to get affirmed by the markets. I'm literally just looking to make high quality decisions with confidence. So like I said, we're just going to be patient. Want to see if we can get lower here inside these gaps, take sell side, and then see what type of reaction we can get from there. If we just want to run higher, take equal highs, once again, we'll just see what we want to do, see what we get, see if we get back inside the range, see if we want to continue higher. So yeah, we're just going to see. But I'll be right back. I'm going to pause this recording and then resume right when I'm back. All right, so we are back, y'all. I really like OBS now that I can pause and unpause my shit. I'm not wasting your guys' time. While I go do whatever I gotta do. But to get back to the charts, we have market open here in a minute 30 seconds. Looks like we are getting some legs down, so I want to see what we can do with this low, this low. We're just gonna be really patient, wait and see what we get here. And yeah, we resume this music. So it looks like NQ is getting lower here. We'll see if we want to put in an SMT if we do want to take these lows. Market open, we're probably going to get a nice volume, a volume flux, but see what we do here. See what we do. Got 30 seconds here. Ideally, I want to see. So the change is resting right around this low here. So, we'll see if we can get down there, fill this gap, tap the change, take sell side and equilibrium. But once again, we could just go off of this high. We could just get through all of this. We're just reacting. I really want to emphasize that. So market opens here. See what we get. No form of sell side has been taken. See if we just want to go higher to these equal highs. So it looks like once again we just have the complete opposite. We have ES kind of climbing a little higher, NQ trying to get lower here. See what we can get. Usually nothing in here for me. Market just open, so we're just gonna give it some time. Once again, no form of sell side for me to take a stab has been taken. We did have like this little internal low get taken, but I wouldn't be confident in taking that just because, you know, we have significant lows here, unfilled gaps, change in the state, you know, all resting here for us to take. So I'm not really interested in just this. Plus there's no clear gaps for me or clear model, so see what we do. With IQ take these relative equal highs here, all these equal highs. Could see what we do after getting through this gap here. Could expect these lows to get targeted. Because if we want to go higher, I could expect this gap to hold. Only thing is NQ super close to that low. So as soon as that low would get taken on NQ, if I were to take this, I'd probably go break even. Because all these highs got taken and we put an SMT in. Like I said, if we want to go higher, I could expect this 30-second to hold. And then we'll just seek higher. So this internal high now gets taken here. Put an SMT in. If we can get below here and then close to this 15-second, look to take a stab lower. Not just through this change because we're inside of gap still. So we could get through this change, but then hold the gap and then seek higher. I want to see us get a full close through the gap. Of this inverse here. See if this wants to hold. So now we get a little further through that change. We'll see if we can continue here. If we get this close here and NQ's already at this low, which it looks like we will be, then I'm just gonna be patient. Yeah, so NQ's already at the low here. So we're just gonna erase all of this and I'll see what we do. So NQ already took sell side. If I take this, there's a strong possibility we could just have an SMT and I can just get stopped out and ran right to the upside. So we'll just see what we get here though. See what we do. We have an SMT now. Nice size SMT. See if you want to continue lower to the change, to this gap, sell side down here. Really nothing too clean on ES that's catching my eye. NQ though, on the other hand, we do have some opportunity here presenting itself, possibly. Like this 1 minute gap that we're gonna open up here. You have this 30-second here as well. Clean change in the state. Resting here. So see what we get here. We get this change here. Probably look to take a stab inside this 1 minute gap. Want to see this get through within the next 30 seconds. Tap this 1 hour gap here, SMT. See what we get here. So I'm just going to take a stab here, just purely off this inverse here. Look to go break even at this high. See the 1 minute got inversed as well. Could tighten up this stop a little bit there, underneath that 1 minute gap. We also have this 30 seconds, so we're kind of going to give it a little more room. To buy 1 more here. And with our good size. Stops are underneath the gap. It's targeting equal highs. Probably just a 50% of this unfilled gap here. See where standard deviation aligns as well. This is a kind of a wonky manipulation leg. Let's take it off the 2 minute. Could honestly just take fruit here. Take what I'm confident in. We have these equal highs, which I'll take 3 off here. And then I'm going to take just a 1 at the 4-hour gap. So this is what I'm confident in. Now we're going to let the market do its thing. Clean change in the state. We put in this 1-minute change here as well. Open up this 1-minute BPR. 30-second, we have a clear manipulation leg. Sell side gets taken. We get this 30-second inverse cleanly. Get above this change in the state here. It's a super clean model. Just gonna be patient here now. See what we get. This nice 15-second gap here. Holding. Stops will probably go underneath that at the low. Once we take this high. Just trying to see though what makes the most sense for me. We probably look to go full break even actually at the high. Just can expect some displacement here to those equal highs. So that gets taken here. So yeah, we're just gonna go full break even here. Target those equal highs. Get a nice push up here, so it looks like we won't have too big of a SMT. Looks like by the time, you know, we'll take those highs around the same time if we want to get up there. So risk is off the table. Just gonna let the market do its thing. Alright, so TP1 gets hit there. Just to make sure here. It's kind of weird adjusting my stop loss, but we're just gonna aggressively trail this now here. I'm gonna start at this low. And TP2 gets hit, so definitely really clean trade. Super clean, exactly what I wanted to see on the day. Not exactly what I wanted to see, but exactly, you know, my areas of interest and what I had marked out. So once again, when we take sell side here, we put this SMT in, right? I said this in my other recording. I'm gonna see if I can put this in the video, but when we put this change in the state in, we get this inverse here, right? And we're above it now. The next form of buy side I expect to become the draw, and especially when we get up here, we put in equal highs, resting with this unfilled 4-hour gap. That is like I got like red lights flashing in my head, like, excuse me, I got like red lights flashing in my mind. Like, okay, we have equal highs, data highs as well, with an unfilled 4-hour gap. We put in a 1-hour change in the state to the upside. We have a 1-hour unfilled gap here, 1-hour unfilled gap here, and we have generated sell side, right? I said this in the recording right here. I said, we don't, because this is where we were, right? I said, we don't have to necessarily come all the way down back here just to run equal highs. It doesn't make sense. I said, we don't even have to really come back down to here to this low just to get up to equal highs. All we need is a small move, a small form of manipulation, right? Which is, we get exactly that. And then we see the leg displacing towards our targets. So super clean trade on the day. Basically, well, not basically, no drawdown at all. You see us just enter and we just get flushes straight towards TP, go break even at the internal high that we put in, right? So risk is then off the table, because I have stuff protecting my stop. So once this gets hit, you don't really see we have any gaps that open up in our favor. But you do see on the 15-second we have this gap here that held us to get us higher. So if we want to come back and tap this gap, maybe one more time, that's protecting my stop, right? Now, if there's zero gaps at all, and the only thing that we have protecting my stop loss is, let's say there's a gap like in here, like right here, there's a gap, right? That's the only thing. Then I'd probably adjust right up to underneath that gap, and I'd be willing to lose a little bit of money, But that's a trade on the day. Great way to end off the week. It's a Friday, so you can see we're just getting legs higher. I call my piece of the pie. I got my sliver. I'm out of here. So I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Hope y'all enjoy y'all weekend if you guys are watching this on today, Friday. And I will see y'all Monday. Peace.